What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite strategy on gold. I've been working months on this strategy, and the funny thing is it's simple to trade. Even beginners can trade this strategy on gold. And as you know, gold is just soaring up and up and up, giving you loads of opportunities to trade this pair. So today I'm on my favorite broker, ThinkMarkets. One of the reasons why you should trade with ThinkMarkets is due to the reduced spreads on gold, extended until the 28th of November and might even extend it until next year due to how much good publicity this is getting and how much traders are liking this trading with ThinkMarkets and the reduced gold spread. So go read more about it. You can even Google ThinkMarkets gold spreads reduction. This is an awesome initiative that you must use if you trade gold. So go check out ThinkMarkets. I'm going to go quickly to my ThinkTrader. So on ThinkTrader, this is my favorite platform to actually trade, to place my trades on. You can see top right, you can place your trades there, or even here on the top left, you can place your trades. You can click on the gold button and you can create a watch list with your favorite pairs, and you can trade here on ThinkTrader. But luckily, ThinkMarkets also has MT5, and you can trade on TradingView, but we'll get to that soon. But my favorite place still to analyze sometimes is on TradingView. So we're going to go on to TradingView over here, and we're going to look at gold, and I'm going to quickly show you the strategy that I use to trade gold. Okay, so I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Very important. We're going to write this stuff down for you just so that you know. We are on the 15-minute time frame. Number 2 will be to add the Lux Algo ICT Kill Zones Toolkit indicator to your chart. Okay, so it will be the Lux Algo ICT Kill Zones Toolkit. So you need to add this indicator to your chart, and you need to be on the 15-minute. So this strategy will mostly be during New York Open, but we're going to talk about a few of the other sessions as well, just so you can see how it correlates with each other and how important that is for your trading, especially for entries and for take profit zones. So 3 will be, we're going to have to look at New York Open mostly, but we have to consider the Asian, the London, and the New York Open, or the New York session as well. We need to consider all 3 of them. Okay, so number 4 will be then to identify an order block within London. Okay, so we need to identify an order block in our London session. So let's quickly look at this example that we have over here. Okay, so we have Asian moving through here, Asian session coming to an end, London starting, and then we have our New York session starting here, South African time, 3:30. Okay, that changes twice a year or whatever due to daylight savings, etc. But at least the Lux Algo ICT Kill Zones Toolkit, that stays the same in order for you to know what time London or what time New York starts. Okay, so what we will be looking at is we're gonna look for an order block right in the London session, and we're going to look for the most recent order block within that London zone. Okay, so we have this London zone. We're going to look for the most recent order block, and if you zoom in, right, you'll see before New York, we've got this order block that was retested over here. So if you took that trade, that's great. You got in early. But you can see we have these 2 green candles moving upwards, indicating a bullish move, right? Indicating upwards movement, okay? Now, what is the order block just before that movement within that London zone? This will be this red candle now here. So let's delete this previous one. And you can see in the New York Open, we have a retest in that order block, and that is where you will then place your buy. You can even see when you move it to the right hand side, you'll see that gold even went in another time to retest it again for another buy upwards. And just for interest's sake, when you have these 3 zones, you'll see that gold will eventually go back to a zone that has not been filled with liquidity. So this Asian session was just left naked over here for gold to come and reach it. So a nice take profit area will be your Asian session. So your Asian session will be a nice TP zone. You can even go higher with all these fair value gaps, etc. These are nice TP zones for you to choose. TP1, TP2, even the top of Asia here, TP3. So now you can see how it correlates. I really want you to go and do your homework with these sessions. I want you to go look at all the sessions and how they just correlate with each other. That will really change your perspective on trading. So let's quickly go to the next one over here, which will be this New York session here. You can see that the Asian session was kind of left open again, just like this previous one. It wasn't really retested by anything. London didn't do anything to it. It just went up. And you can see when the New York session started again, which was here, we had a push down, red candles over here. And you can see this big order block here will be our entry point for the New York session. It went back up into it for the sell to the downside. And you can see once again where Asia was hit and liquidity was filled or grabbed. Okay, so you can see nice sell here on New York to the downside to go fetch the Asian liquidity. So I really want you guys to go look at this options again. Same with this London session over here. We can identify an order block here. So you'll see that this order block is probably going to be the best option for you over there. Kind of missed it, which is one of those things. You can see we missed it by a few pips, but you can even see over here, even a miss, even if you didn't take this trade, just how it reacts to this area and then goes upward again. But in this case, you'll see that Asia was actually, filled with some liquidity by London over here. So, there's not a really strong indication that it will sell down to this Asian session because London was already in the Asian session. So I really need you guys to go look at that. Okay, so now let's look at some examples that still worked out, but they are a little bit uglier, which I understand. This is where you can go on different time frames if you want to get a better entry, but these still worked out. And I want to quickly show you this so that you guys can see not all trading examples or not all trading scenarios will be the perfect setup that just looks so beautiful. So when you look at this New York option over here, you can see that we had a downward push over here in the London session and just after the London session. And you can see there's an order block there. And you can just see how it was retesting and keep reacting to it. And then in New York, you had your push down. Once again, Asian was already filled with liquidity in London and New York. So having a buy indication or sell indication just from Asian, that's why you don't really use Asia as a indication for a trade, but as a TP. But you can see now, this is what I wanted to show you guys, how this previous New York session was filled with liquidity because these sessions fill each other with liquidity eventually. So you can see how this previous New York session, which was left alone here, was filled here with this order block there. So that could be your next TP, the previous day session that was filled with liquidity. And now if we look at this example over here, you can see London already was inside Asia over here. Liquidity was already grabbed, etc., etc. No reason to take any trade or TP based on the Asian session over here. But you can see here we have a bullish move to the upside in the London area. And then at New York, which was around here, you can see this order block there was retested a few times and then went up for the buy trade, like you can see over there. So guys, I really want you guys to go look at these sessions, identify your order blocks in London, use Asia or previous day's session as TP areas, and then enter your trades during New York with what you see in London and where you can go to through the Asian session or the previous New York, etc., etc. So that is how you would trade gold, in my opinion. This is how I've been trading gold the last few months, and this is how you can trade gold. So guys, on TradingView, ThinkMarkets is even linked on TradingView. So if you go to your TradingView profile, like over here, you can click on brokers and you can click on ThinkMarkets so that you can actually connect your ThinkMarkets account to TradingView and trade on TradingView. You can just say trade and then fill in your details over here so that your account can then be linked to TradingView and you can use that as well. Currently, I still like ThinkTrader. I like when one chart is on the one side with my one screen and one chart is on my other screen with the trades. But I mean, maybe I should just do this as well and go over to ThinkMarkets on TradingView. You can see 4.7 star rating. a lot of traders on here that love ThinkMarkets, and I mean, their reduced gold spreads is amazing. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this gold strategy. I really want to hear your feedback. If you want more trading strategies on gold, let me know. I will do it for you. So go take advantage of the reduced spreads, save money, and make sure that you always use a stop loss. I will see you guys in the next video.